Well, I like to go fishing. Everybody know those are my hobbies.
Man, that's cat. He's not catching me with no fishing pole,
hey, listen.
man. I'm the biggest. You can't catch me with no fishing pole.
Listen.
What it look like catching Moby Dick with a fucking fishing pole, man? Get
Hey.
out of here, bro.
They all been caught before.
Man, not with no fishing pole.
Every last one of them. And
Not
July
with no fishing
29th,
pole.
he gonna be caught too. I got a big enough hook for him. And I'm already reeling them in. July 29th,
your ass better have a submarine.
I'm gonna put him on the bank. I'm gonna gut him and I'm gonna fillet him.
Man, you better have a submarine.
All right, we gonna catch him. Well, matter of fact, we already caught him. We just reeling him in right now. And July 29th, that's when we gonna get him to the bank. We'll probably weigh him, put him on a scale.
You ain't got a scale big.
Chop.
Test me now. What that poom poom blood clot ting said? Errol Spence said he's smoking on bud. He's smoking that bud pack. He's smoking on that Opps pack. Jamaican style. Hey, start that cat. Hey, I'm still smoking on top 5. Take off the weird ass jewelry. I'm gonna take 10 steps, then I'm taking off top 5. Take off on rivals. Take off on Terence, then I'm taking his title. Take him off the list, then I'm taking him out top 5. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford. Listen, first of all, I'm the best in the business. It's about time you know that. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification icon so you don't miss a thing. Errol Spence, Terence Crawford, undisputed, July 29th. It's about to go down, and I am looking forward to it. Make sure you guys subscribe. Now, I will say they did a 2-city press tour. All access coming soon. After the fight, we will get an epilogue. Shout out to Showtime for that. Big fight, big vibes. I gotta admit, this press conference, it was only 2 cities, but this 2-city press tour really hyped up the fight. They did a better job than I would imagine, like leading into the fight, because neither guy, Bud nor Errol Spence, is distinctly known for pre-fight build-ups and the back and forth, banter, if you will, as my people in the UK say. So I was pleasantly surprised. I enjoyed it. The back and forth, the rivalry, the competitiveness, I really got to see it in these 2 stops. Both guys, you can tell there's a mutual respect. Like they know there's a formidable opponent in front of them, but they both have kind of egos, no pun intended, and they feel they're the better. Now, I want to talk about Errol Spence and his demeanor. I'm really liking it. I can't front. I really like what I'm hearing from Errol Spence. For starters, this is just my opinion. I don't care who's mad and all that, the Bud Buddies. Y'all gonna just have to be mad at me because I'm giving you my honest thoughts. And if you don't want honest thoughts, then don't come to my YouTube. That's the way it's got to be. Errol Spence, I think he bested Terence Crawford. Doesn't mean he'll win the fight. It's not, necessarily a precursor to what will happen. But I think Errol Spence bested Terence Crawford. In terms of lines, I think he had the wittier comebacks. And you got to understand, for me, I come from rap. I come from like acting and different things and, arts, culture. So in the game of rap, like rap, battle rap and stuff like that, your scheme, your setups, your punches, your delivery, you rate those things. Who had the better aggression, who had the better delivery, who had the better setups and schemes. That's how you look at it. So when we're talking about skullduggery or the verbal warfare, then I'm going to go there. And I think Errol Spence bested him. He had the punchier, wittier, crazier delivery with what he said. Again, that's just my personal opinion. It could be subjective. Not saying Crawford didn't have any lines, but Errol Spence, he said, I'm Jamaican, which we know that's his heritage. I'm Jamaican, so we smoke bud, and out in Vegas is legal, so we smoking bud. Now, I've used that bud smoke metaphor on my channel before, and it's, I like it. It's direct, it's punchy, and everybody knows what it means. Everybody knows that Terence Crawford's nickname is Bud. And Terence Crawford, he was saying, I'm going fishing. Like Terence Crawford, I guess what I'm getting at, Terence Crawford's lines sound more rehearsed. It didn't really sound off the cuff. And then he didn't seem like he had the ability. I'm just going press conference for press conference, line for line, bar for bar. He didn't seem like he had the ability to, on the spot, Johnny on the spot, compete with what Errol Spence was saying. Like, Errol Spence doesn't know what Crawford is going to come with. So you can tell the rebuttals. Anytime somebody is rebutting what you're saying, it has to be on the spot, because unless you heard their round, you don't really know what they're coming with. And Errol Spence responded to, you guys heard at the beginning, Terence Crawford said, I'm a fisherman or whatever, I'm reeling them in and that kind of thing. And he said, how the you gonna reel me in? I'm big fish, I'm Moby Dick. You can't catch Moby Dick, no, humpback whale or whatever. And you can't catch that with a fishing pole, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And he kind of like shut that whole scenario down, that whole analogy. And then Crawford, as you guys heard, like he just, I think he had too much of an explainer. He's like, yeah, I'm going to take him back to the shore, then I'm going to string him up, then I'm going to hang him, then I'm going to get the vice grips, and then I'm going to pull his eyes out and rip his skin off. Like, it just wasn't punchy. Errol Spence was like, hey, man, come on, stop. That's trash. You can't, I'm Moby Dick, I'm big fish, you can't catch big fish. And then Terence Crawford, he was trying, he was trying to think of his comeback or whatever, and he was like, I'm gonna reel him in. Matter of fact, I already have him reeled in. We're just gonna, I got a hook big enough. I don't know. I just felt Errol Spence had the more direct and like understandable trash talk. Again, it's not an indication or indignation of who wins the fight. It's just my personal taste. Errol Spence kind of came with it. And it was surprising because I didn't really expect much from either guy on that front in terms of trash talking, because both of them have a similar demeanor where they're just like kind of keep to themselves and then beat your ass in the ring. Either way, good times. Both fighters, they said their piece. Now they can go back and resume their training camp. Both fighters look to be in shape. Both are sounding confident in terms of, like, not the trash talk part, but in terms of just what they're saying. Terence Crawford said he's Kobe Bryant when the whole conversation of Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, the Errol Spence conversation came up, or comparison. So all in all, I'm looking forward to an amazing fight and a great fight. You guys break down the press conference. Me, I don't lay too much faith into press conference because, anybody could say anything. Like Ryan Garcia, I thought he had some good lines. He's like, Tank, you wore a purse and this and that, but he still lost the fight. So again, I know there's a lot of passionate and also dumbass fans in the world of boxing, so they're gonna take this and like, oh, you're hating on Crawford and all that. I'm giving you my personal taste, take it or leave it. I really don't care. I think Errol Spence bested in terms of the skullduggery and the trash talk. I think his trash talk was more of a breath of fresh air than what Crawford was saying. And I listened to it. I don't have a horse in the race like anybody's trash talk. I picked Tank to beat Ryan Garcia, but Ryan Garcia had some good comebacks to Tank Davis. Again, not necessarily an indication of what happens in the fight. It's just an observation. You let me know who won the round 0 of this much anticipated fight. Was it Errol Spence with his banter and trash talk, or was it Bud Crawford? You let me know if you agree, disagree. I know I'm the best in the business. That's what I do know. So subscribe to the channel. I got much more coming. It's easy for me to do my job. They say if you love your job, you never have to work a day in your life. And this is what I truly love, fights like this. So this is going to be a cakewalk. This whole fight, I'm going to be giving you guys a lot of content. It's going to be a cakewalk for me. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I'm out.